distance from the beginning. And sport-wise, same thing. It translates to the sport. The rules sometimes make it hard for the better guy to be the better jiu-jitsu player to be um, to win because there's a time limit. Guys can stall. Guys can um, there are penalties for stalling, but they know how to use the time limit, stall it out. Pulling guard is a good way to pull it to the ground and hold a guy, and then from that aspect, I believe you should control the distance and get the takedown. And just control the match from the beginning of the match. And the beginning of the match is starting standing up. Nobody's double guard pulling, or it's not a sport at that moment when you're in the bar or outside on the street.
So what's the highest percentage takedown from your perspective? I mean, what is, if you were going to say there was a bread and butter takedown, or at least certainly overlooked, what would you say, if I was only going to teach one takedown technique today to make sure they had it nailed, what would it be?
Probably a single leg takedown, a wrestling takedown, or a Biana, jiu-jitsu double leg, which is very similar to a single leg. You're hiding your face in the chest and you're not exposing for chokes. Single leg also is good. Double leg is good. Wrestling double leg is good, but you're exposing your neck to chokes. So Biana or single leg, I think, would be the easiest and high percentage to take someone down.
After watching this year's IBJ, it seemed that most people just have a basic shoot. And certainly at the lower belts, mainly because because of my belt ranking, watching hundreds of white belt matches. Nobody is afraid of an omoplata or anything coming off the side, but everybody just almost blind. Like the first move generically is just a straight shoot. With the upper belts, we could have that as a separate discussion. They just seem to lock on and hope for dear God somebody figures out what's going to happen first. But let's take it from the basic shoot. It seems to me that when BJJ is taught individual, like it's hard to describe, non-championship caliber coaches, because we can have that discussion as a separate discussion, but why is it that everybody seems to have that basic shoot, like that, just go for broke, hit the hips, face, head down, just drive? Right.
It's like a tackle, it's like a football tackle.
Yeah.
Just grab a guy and put him to the ground. It's simple to teach. There is technique in it, but it's pretty simple compared to judo, where judo, it takes you to off balance somebody. Takedowns are easy to stop if the guy isn't trying to fight you back. If he's just, especially with the gi on, when we're doing the sport aspect or in the academy, not with the gi, a guy can grip you. When he grips you, he's going to stop your shot. He's going to stop your takedown, your throw, by being defensive, because he has the gi. He's controlling you. Same thing on the ground. A lot of times a guy can control you just by holding. So shooting at the legs is good because you're going underneath his hands, bypassing his grips. You're grabbing the legs, and you're just tackling him. You're tripping him. Once you grab one leg, it's easy to off balance him, unless he has great balance. Maybe he's trained other things, or has good base, good balance. But a single leg, beyond a takedown, double leg, those are very simple, easy ways to just grab a leg and then off balance them.
One of the more interesting aspects of the way your jiu-jitsu works, you cross-train in judo and wrestling, and teach it across the board. It's generically taught across the board. Firemen's carry both ways, outside, inside, hip throws, sweeps. That's not something that's normally taught. I mean, it's just basically sort of an inside leg drop or that shoot or whatever. Why isn't it expanded beyond?
I think because of the sport. I think because of the sport, people are realizing it's easy to just pull guard and start the guard, start playing from the bottom, controlling the bottom position. And your back is against the ground. It's hard for somebody to take your back and choke you. Just like if you were against the wall, somebody can't just grab you and choke you if your back is constantly being protected from the on the ground. It's harder for them to do that. Standing up, it's a little bit more dangerous. If you make a mistake and you expose your back, especially with the judo throw, you get your back taken and choked out. So um, there's a difference on that.
Well, unfortunately, I mean, from the generic BJJ standpoint, at least from what I've seen, guard pulling doesn't really start till about blue belt and up, where people start to get involved. The white belts, I guess I'm lucky. Nobody's ever expecting it from me, but we've talked about this. If your legs are your strongest part of the game, you're kind of crazy for not getting them involved. Let's talk about a guard shoot as first contact. It's common. Fight to win. I would say
Pulling
every
guard,
other person is pulling guard.
Okay.
Especially in the competitive. BJJ now has become so hyper competitive. There's sports. You got fight to win, submission underground.
Right.
If you look at all of these guys, even we were talking about the bunny choke the other day. You're talking about a guy who gave up side control literally as his first point of contact. He dropped not into a guard, but literally giving up the side control so he could get his leg up over the top for his really unique choke that he had planned.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of, to me, I understand the logic of protecting the back and protecting the neck. I don't think of that. I feel more exposed still, honestly, when I'm throwing a guard.
Pulling guard.
It's difficult. It's difficult. From your standpoint, you are almost against it, more or less. You like you don't mind your upper belts doing it, but
Yeah.
by and large, I know that I've had to push you for quite a while before you were kind of on board for me even attempting it consistently. Why is that? Why is guard such a unique thing that gets thrown a lot, thrown badly a lot, and so forth?
I think guard pulling is good, but it takes a lot more technique because you are throwing yourself to the ground at the beginning level, and then a guy can pass you. It takes a lot more time to learn than it would be to play top game and pass guard, or to take the guy down and bypass that and bypass the guard passing by taking him down. So that's another good point on takedowns. If you clear the legs, you don't end up in half guard, close guard, or any guard. You're on side control, right into a good position.
Well, when you're talking point style BJJ, and I look at it from this perspective of if I pull guard, then I'm in for a sweep. I'm going to wind up in a full mount. I'm able to get the top position. There's a lot of points open to me if I don't make the mistake and use it as a defense. But BJJ as a game, as a tournament style game, it seems to open up for a lot of points. You like the first two. To you, and the way you teach it, it is about the first 2 points.
Right. The beginning of the match is the first points. It could be the first 2 points, or if you want to pull guard and sweep and get on top, that's fine too. That's 2 points. Or if the guy pulls on you and passes guard, because he may try to pull, so you get 3 points for the guard pass. The main thing is being first, being offensive, not waiting, and I think you'll get more comfortable being first with being on top. Being on the bottom, sometimes you get on the bottom and the guy kind of stalls you out, and it's really hard. He bases out, he puts his weight down. It's hard to sweep where it's easier to take somebody down, in my view.
Okay. Let's talk about sizes and up. We've been talking about this repeatedly for a while, that the heavyweights, by and large, don't take action. Like, they're just about, especially at the white belt and the blue belt level, it seems to be about sort of locking up and going for a ride. If you're a black belt or a brown belt, of course, your skill level is different. But adults who are generally heavyweights, who are competing, seem to have one basic move for about the first 2+ years, which is kind of clamp on and hope for the best. Is it an age thing or is it a size thing? Does it filter down to the lower weights? Is it strictly about age and not wanting to get hurt?
I think it's a size thing. I think the big guys never want to be on the bottom. The lighter guys, if you're on the bottom, you can move around even with the guy's weight on you. When the big guy over 200 pounds and decides to just plant his weight on you, As soon as he gets you to the ground, he's going to be able to hold you down. You exert a lot more energy, and then you're a big guy too, and it's hard to get up if you're a big guy, and you have somebody else's weight on you, and then you're getting up with your own weight. By the time you get up, you're tired. Unless you hip escape, recover your guard, and play your bottom game. Even then, you still could be tired. So um, I noticed that the big guys, at least here, um, would rather be on top. And I've noticed that in competition and tournaments too, for the most part. But then you do get some guys that are big and they can pull guard, they can do everything, and that's awesome to see that.
I'm always fascinated because the smaller sized athletes at every age group, they seem to move effortlessly. Like it is about the mechanics, it's not about the strength. And for whatever reason, 185 plus, everybody just starts to get this weird, we're going to muscle our way through this and
Yeah,
just hope for the best.
at the beginning levels, I see that too. That's what I see. But if you see a guy that sticks around long enough to purple belt and above, he will be more technical because he has years on the mat, been learning, stuck it out, and he will get more technical and he'll have a lot more weapons, more jiu-jitsu.
Let's change the perspective. So if you're listening to this and you're saying, okay, I got to increase my ground game, wherever you train, what is something that someone can do at home first from a cardio standpoint that will help with their takedowns? What would you be doing in your spare time around your game to increase your takedown game?
Any conditioning is good. It could be jump rope, jogging, running, swimming, biking, hiking, anything. Anything would be good to be active, to build your cardio up, to get yourself ready to um, to train. But you'll never mimic training. Like a lot of guys like to lift weights. Even just doing takedowns, wrestling or judo. You're constantly picking a guy's body weight up. It's a lot of wrestling, so you're getting stronger. So even if you do all those things to get ready, you're never going to be ready for training. The best thing to do is come in, train, and then you'll get ready while you train.
How many days a week should somebody train in your? That's a loaded question, knowing you, but I mean realistically, just an average person between the ages of 20 and 35, white, blue. I would say the upper belts you've already gotten over the hump, but you're just starting out. You're in your first couple of years. What's a good training schedule in your mind?
I think for the beginner is 1 day on, 1 day off. So you'll be able to train. Your body will get 1 day to rest after the day of training, and then your mind would also be able to rest and then come back. So on day one you train, day two you rest, day three you come back, day four you rest, day five you come back. So one on, one off.
How much weight training should someone incorporate?
I don't think at the beginning level you really need weight training. Just by training you're going to be getting in better shape. If you're a competitor, that's different. I believe the weights will help you.
I
It all
think everybody
depends.
in their mind wants to be a competitor. I think honestly, if you do it, if you get past the first 6 months, sorry to interrupt you, but if you get past the first 6 months, you must want to get the wild hair up your butt to want to go slightly beyond the gym. Um, and that's the only reason I preface the question, because I know you incorporated in conditioning around here a lot. You like the guys to throw weight on conditioning days.
Right. Definitely we do a lot of sprints. That even with our workouts, we do a little bit of gymnastic workouts, cartwheels, handstands, things to make the body stronger. So even just doing the workout alone is going to make you stronger. And that's what I mean. Coming to class is the best way because you could do other things at home, outside of the gym, but we're doing specific training for jiu-jitsu
Can you
to help.
overtrain?
I think so. I've done it. Yeah, you can definitely overtrain.
How do you get over the mental fatigue? I know we were just talking about this not too just shortly ago. The mental fatigue is the hardest part.
Yeah, definitely getting tired mentally, but it's like anything else, physical, mental. You just have to work through it. When it's time to rest, rest. Get enough sleep, which is